Hi there makers, it is Jo here today and I'm going to be delving into some more product and tool videos. So I'm choosing something from the website and I'm going to show you it in real time. Today I've chosen the Prim Jeans Repair Kit, and it's ideal if you've not got lots of sewing kit but you want to make a repair on jeans. You can do it decoratively or you can make your jeans last a little bit longer so that you don't have to buy a new pair. Let's take a look at what is inside the kit and then I'll do a jeans repair with you and I'll show you a couple of techniques. Inside the kit you get a tin to keep everything inside. There's a really funky pincushion, some threads for doing your repair, so there's a traditional top stitching colour as well, a needle threader, 3 needles and they're different sizes, a little set of pins for holding your patches in place, and then you get a set of denim patches. There's plenty in here and they are all slightly different. So you'll have a couple of light ones, one's a heavier drill weave, this one's a slightly heavier drill weave, and these ones are a little closer in the weave of the fabric. So you can get your best match for the denim that you're repairing, or you can go all out and make a patch style. If you're working in the knee area of some jeans, which is where you commonly get a patch, then it's a good idea to split the side of your jeans. Don't split the flat felled side because that's harder to put back in position. The out seam is normally just a straight seam. That means you can get inside, you can get everything in the correct position, and then you can take this to the sewing machine. You can't take this to the sewing machine and bunch all of this up. You'll get a really poor sew. Okay, you can use the patch in 2 ways. You can put it on top and that you have a visible patch, or you can put it behind, trim away some of this fabric, and then you can sashiko sew over the top. So it depends what kind of style you're looking for. You can freehand sashiko with running stitches, or you can use templates to get particular patterns. I'm going to use this patch to cover the top because it's a man's pair and these are used for workwear, so they're not looking for anything decorative. We're just going to see how the patches work. On the back you'll see there's a shiny texture, and that's going to work in combination with the iron. You might need to tidy up your rip in your jeans. If you've got any really long threads, just get rid of those. I'm not going to cut those threads that are going across because they're just holding the hole into a position. It's up to you now. You can zigzag this and this will just give it a little bit of strength and it won't peel open anymore. An addition you can make is also to add a piece of interfacing on the back, and that just sticks everything down. Take your patch, this is the iron-on one, and that's going to be put on top, and you press with the iron. You need quite a hot press and you need to pay particular attention to the edges. So hold it down so that lots of heat will melt the glue. That's now finished. You can just leave it like this. That is fine, but you can hand stitch it or machine stitch it. I've put a zigzag stitch around the edge because these are being patched for durability. Now I just need to sew back up that opening. That opening was really great for helping me to get it onto the machine, but I need to sew that back up. Now that's finished, it looks really great, and the thread from the kit is a perfect match for the patch. So you can't even see the zigzag around the edge of it. If you're looking to use a reverse patch, then you can use the patch in the kit that doesn't have the glue on. And in this case, you're going to put this fabric underneath the rip or tear. So I've made a little opening. You don't have to, you can get your hand through if you're hand sewing, but it just makes it a little bit easier to position everything. So the fabric now is underneath the tear, and I'm going to pin that in place. Once you've got your patch in place, you can now work on the torn area. So mark out a square around the rip, but you need to allow a little bit of space to turn the fabric under so that you can conceal the raw edges. cut out around your square. I'm using a rectangle shape today just because it's nice and simple. And you'll just need a few little snips in the corners to allow you to turn the fabric. You're going to turn those raw edges under and you can pin them in place, or you can give them a really good press. I'm going to go and prepare that with my iron. Okay, I'm all ready to sew. I've got all of the edges turned in. I've got the thread from the kit, which is a great colour match. I'm also using the needle threader from the kit. It's really simple to use. I'm going to add a knot at the end. If you're working on a neat area, a knot isn't always a great idea, but you just need to keep pushing all of the raw edges or any frayed bits back underneath and keep your stitches really close. I'm taking a little bit of the patch and a little bit of the jeans and making a whip stitch. If you get any little hairy corners in the end, you just need to make sure you've got all of those poked in, and you can go over that area a couple of times. When you get to the end, you'll need to knot off your thread, and then your patch is complete. I've given that a press as well, just to make sure everything's lying nice and flat. You can do a circle, you could do a heart shape or a flower. You can make any open shape here, or you can use different colour threads to make a sashiko look. You've got quite a big piece of denim at the back there, so if it's flapping around, you might want to trim that off and you can use those pieces again. Or if you want to keep the fabric in there for durability, then you can add the running stitches over the top and keep the fabric in. You need to sew up the side if you've used a side opening, and that's how you do a reverse patch. If you want some more information on sashiko sewing, then I have a little video here where I do some sashiko designs for jeans pocket backs. So it's really good if you wanted just a little refresher or you want to see something a little bit different. Thank you very much for watching. We've got quite a few of these tool videos now. You can either watch them on the YouTube channel from our playlists, or if you click on the product, the video will come up below so you can see each item and how it works. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again soon.